welcome. Today I'm here because it's almost the end of the year and I wanted to look at it maybe a little bit differently. You've been worried or stressed or anxious. We're living in scarcity, scrambling around, not having enough of nothing, not feeling enough, not being enough, or eating too much, or whatever you've been doing. A new year is coming. And my job as a spiritual alchemist, certified hypnotherapist, and wealth coach is to share life-enhancing, fabulous, proven strategies with you. So what I'd love to know, first of all, is what's been keeping you awake? What would you like to see in your life in 2021? Despite pandemic and anything. What would you like to experience? How would you like to feel? How would you like to be? Who would you like to be with? I love to help you to create your dream life, even under the circumstances. And here are some of the strategies. First, the strategies will help you to be safe, to be healthy, and to bring to you effortlessly. And this is very true because I've been living it. First thing is that you have to discover yourself. You might want to spend some time, instead of worrying and losing sleep over things, on what do I really want? What I want you to do is discover the essence, which means the meaning of what would it mean for you to have companionship, whether it's a steady boyfriend, a steady girlfriend, a permanent marriage, whatever that means. Because many times we think, oh, okay, I'm going to get married, I'm going to start dating, and if I like somebody, I might even make a little compromise, and you get married. But what really matters is, how do you want to feel? You want to feel supported, you want to feel cherished, you want to feel free to still have your own voice and do your own life and do your own things, right? Or do you want to be just whatever he wants? You go travel with him, you go sit at home with him. It's up to you. Or you think you want a new home, right? You want a new house. So you go looking at houses. You find a house that's really pretty, that you think you can afford. But you're in the house, and then you discover all the things you don't like. The bedroom is too small, the kitchen is too dark, there's not enough room to entertain. So you want to think about the essence, the meaning, the form, the shape. It needs to be for you to be fulfilled. Because we all know people who have all the stuff in the world, right? Have all the money, all the homes, all the cars, all the relationships from one to the next that they want. Never shortage of anything. But they drug themselves to death. They drink themselves to death. We all know those people because it's not fulfilling. Because what you want to figure out, what do you want to feel? You want a home because you are a very social person. You want to have lots of people over. My point is, why do you want to be slimmer? Because what? What is the reason? What does it look like? What does it feel like? How much slimmer? More energetic? More healthy? More attractive in your own mind? Or money, right? People say, I want more money, I need money, I don't have enough money, I need more, more. The mind, the universe, nobody knows how much more is. And why? What does that mean? So you want to be clear, you want to be specific, because your mind, your specific thoughts, your specific intentions will energize it, because thoughts are energy, things are energy. So your specific intention will energize it and bring it to you, or give you ideas to where to go, or what to do, or how to talk to somebody, or ask somebody, or follow a certain path, right? So how much money what is it in money that you're looking for? Because money is really the middleman, right? It's not sitting in a pool of money. Is that making you happy? Just you are surrounded by money and nothing else? I don't think so, right? So it's how much money? How much money right here, right now, would be fulfilling, because it would give you what? It would give you the freedom to get a massage. I did yesterday, it was my birthday, it was wonderful. I treated myself. Or this amount, this specific amount, to pay everything for the rest of the year, or for the next year, or pay my house off, or go shopping, buy myself a new wardrobe, because I value myself. I feel good putting out something new. I like feeling good. I love and honor myself, and I don't settle. So it's really, really wonderful to take some time and make yourself a number one priority. Because you are the generator of the energy. It's the source. It's your spirit within. It's your God within. But you give it direction. You are the master of your destiny. You've heard that many times, right? So be clear, not saying, oh, I want this house, or I want this car. What kind of car? How much room? Is it reliable? Is it fast? Is it comfortable? Is it easy to maintain? Is it easy to park? Is it easy to drive? What are the values? What are the forms? What are the styles? And the essence of it. Because never mind the pandemic, never mind what other people say or do, the only thing that affects you is you, your thoughts. And the more specific, you worry specific, right? You worry very specific about what if this, and what if that, and what if. Okay, now you can say, what if I decide something new? It's a new year coming. Do some soul searching. Find out, ask yourself, what agreements did I make with myself? Meaning, at some point you decided, I believe it's hard to make a living. Or I believe that people are wonderful and life supports me. Or I believe that I'm always going to be struggling about money. I'm never going to have enough. Or I'm never good with money because I just never been good with money. I don't know anything about money. I don't want a budget. I don't really care. I like to spend it as soon as I get it. This is what I believe. What agreement You have a mental, a verbal agreement with you in your head that decides what shows up in your life. Even when you say, I want this and this and that, I like to be financially independent, or I like to have the freedom to get a massage every week, or get my hair done every week, or go out to eat every day, or whatever freedom it is you want. At the same time, if you have a mental agreement with yourself that says, this is not for me, I cannot afford this, if I did that, I cannot pay my bills, it will not happen. So that's why you heard about the law of attraction, right? That's why, people say, I practiced and I practiced and I visualized and I imagined, and it never showed up in my life. Or it didn't show up the way I wanted it. And that's why. A big hurricane because the hurricane is your subconscious mind. Your agreement with you that says, oh, forget it. I don't believe this could ever happen. And I don't believe this could ever be for me. And I don't believe, right? So here's the thing. It's a little bit, there are a few more steps to it than deciding and being clear. Because the second major step is to allow it in. And if we have a contradictory belief, it can come in. And we cannot blame that the law, the spiritual law, is not working. We can only accept responsibility and say, oh, if it doesn't show up, if it doesn't show up, if it doesn't show up, either I'm kidding myself, I don't really want it, or I'm believing something that's the opposite. I have a belief about wealthy people, maybe, right? Wealthy people, maybe they're greedy, they don't leave enough for everybody else, or wealthy people don't have good characters, or whatever your belief could be. Then, of course, you wouldn't choose to be one of them, right? One of those wealthy people. So that's why I'm in the process of designing this 4-week workshop to support people like you in clarifying exactly what beliefs there are, really, really, really doing some soul searching, because this is very super important where your life, where your next year, where the rest of your life is going, and what you're creating and for yourself. Your health, your well-being, your finances, your friendships, your love life. That's why I'm here. And I wanted to get some of your feedback. I wanted to get some, okay, what are you really frustrated about? What seems to be in your way? Or what are you not clear about that you could want some clarification? Whoever sees it, whoever this is for, I'm stretching, I'm learning, because I used to see clients one-on-one, right? And now I'm living under the same restrictions than you are, and it's a good thing actually, because I get to grow, I get to expand. I don't need to be shy and what other people are thinking of me or criticizing me or not. I am stepping out because it's important to me. You are important to me because you are me. We're all in this journey of life together. And you are me. When you decide you're going to be happy and healthy, everybody around you, the whole universe around you, is happy and healthier. Because fear is contagious and well-being is contagious and happiness is contagious. And as far as I'm concerned, I like to contribute to your happiness, to your well-being, to your wealth if that's what you want. So please message me. Let me know what you think when you read that. I'm so sorry I couldn't welcome you. Please comment when you see it. Let me know what question you would have. I'd be happy to do more research and come on here again and talk to you. It would be really fun. That was the whole idea. Connect with you. Say hi wherever you're from, wherever you live. I'm Ingrid. And spiritual alchemy, by the way, if you have a question about that, alchemy really means to transform something. And the work you do and I do as a human being is really, we come into this world with really no knowledge, no conscious memory. It's all embedded in our genes, but we have no memory. We're not consciously recollecting something. So we adapt. We look at our environment and we feel what people feel, and we know intuitively we are really dependent on our caregivers, otherwise we would die if they don't feed us, right? So we learn. And we make up, we just think, okay, if the family, there's always not enough food or not enough money, so that's life. And if dad leaves and never comes back, then it must be my fault because he doesn't love me enough. I'm not enough. Because children always blame themselves. They have to adore the caregivers, the parents, the grandparents, the step-parents. Because if they don't hang on to them, they feel they're gonna die. So part of our codependency and part of our neediness really stems from back then. Like, I cannot support myself. Of course, the whole universe is behind you. Of course. You can attract. I walked down the street a few months ago. It was nighttime. It was 11 o'clock at night. It was dark. I was tired. I was on my way home. No people around anywhere. And as I'm walking, intuitively, my eyes look down on the ground. And there is a $20 bill. And I thought, oh, how interesting. Usually I find pennies, right? So I put it up, pick it up, put it in my bag, and walk home. And when I come home, I look at the $20 that was kind of folded up and crumpled up. And folded in the $20 was a $100 bill. So seemingly nowhere, no people around, nobody I could ask, nobody I could see, no place to put it. $120 from the universe. Somebody can pay your bill. You never know. That's another point. See, that's why I'm doing a really very, 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 what is the word? Transformative, life-changing, amazing, amazing, amazing mastermind workshop. Because another very important point about what I'm saying here, what I'm sharing with you is you must, must believe that it is possible. It's not your concern, my concern, anybody's concern how it's going to be, when it's going to be, where it's going to come from. But you must believe and know in your being, in your heart, that anything is possible. People have proven that, right? We go to the moon. 100 years ago, we had no telephone, we had no electricity, we had no. Look at where we are now. Anything is possible for everybody because you're created the same way that everybody. I'm learning. I am learning and I am growing because every time I learn something, I also love myself unconditionally. I'm a beginner at something. Everybody's a beginner at something, and you can be a beginner at magnetizing to you what actually fulfills you, that gives you pleasure, that fulfills you, that says, yes, I accept it, I did that. Because everybody blames themselves for the mistake they're making, right? So you can say, I did that, I decided that, I brought that to me. I'm looking at the ocean here. So when you look behind me where you see the light, it goes out on a balcony to the ocean. I'm in Honolulu, Hawaii. And you know why? Because 6 years ago, I was at the Dream Builder conference. And I went just like I'm going to have, right? Where I was like, oh, what do you dream? Dream means we don't have to settle for anything. Not in this society. Dreaming means ideally the best of all worlds. I'm creating this for me. So I remember being at that Dream Builder 2-day workshop. And I told the lady next to me, I said, after it was coming to an end, I said, okay, my dream is I'm living in Hawaii. I am continuing my coaching to large businesses and audiences. And the third part was that at that time I said, I'd be writing and publishing a book. And what happened after that, it's a really, really beautiful, amazing story how my higher self, my spirit, my God being, the universe, whatever you want to call it, guided me. I was in a relationship actually. And at some point the relationship was like, oh, that's not really it. And he was really the one kind of pushing me away, and asking me to leave. And I thought, oh, isn't that interesting? So I was inspired to go to the mall in California. I don't really like malls because it's too crowded. I'm too sensitive, too many noises, too many distractions. It's really a place where people go in a state of hypnosis because it's message overwhelm. That's why people buy, and come home and think, oh, I bought all of that. I don't even know. Anyhow. So I went to the mall and got a sales job at the retail store. I have no idea why, but I can tell you. Um, I walked in there. There was a lady that I actually knew working there. The manager was Japanese. Her husband was from Hawaii. And I started working there. I actually did really well. It was really hard work. But I did well. And at some point I went on the computer and I said, oh, I wonder if they have a location in Hawaii. And they did. They had one branch. They're all over the country, but only one in Hawaii, in Honolulu. So guess what I did? I asked for a transfer. And because I made a really, really great contribution as far as sales numbers were concerned, it was really easy. It was a phone call from the managers and said, okay. So there I went, sold my stuff, garage sale, found homes for my cats. And I landed in Honolulu. That was 5 years ago. And I'm sharing this because if you really mean it, if you really say it, and if you really mean it, you can follow your guidance and you will be inspired and you will do the steps, as I'm getting the chills, right? Confirmation from the universe. I didn't have to figure out how I'm going to get there, how I'm going to do that. I had no money saved. But I immediately opened an online savings account. And when I worked, I put some money in there. So here it is, the thing. It's, you can have it, you can have it. There's also this willingness to allow it in, this willingness to follow the process, this willingness to do the steps, this willingness to not question, to trust yourself, because you are one with God, one with the universe, one with all it is. In hindsight, I still think it was wild. I wake up every day, I look at the ocean, I walk at the ocean. It is beautiful, it is green, it is rich, it is lush, it is peaceful. I even let go of my car temporarily. I walk everywhere. All I did was make a decision. And now my second part is because of the pandemic, actually, of not being able to see people one-on-one, face-to-face. I said, okay, I'm going to take my work online. This is even better because the world, there are more and more people that can benefit from what I've learned. And what's proven and what's true. And it's not even new. It's not even new. It's just, okay, so a decision. Are you going to suffer? Are you going to live in scarcity? Or are you going to say enough is enough? Enough is enough. I don't have to watch the news. I don't have to allow the world to create anxiety in me and ruin my immune system and my health. And then society can stop me for with drugs and medications. I don't have to give my power away. I'm healthy as a horse. I don't even take an aspirin. If I get confused, if I feel a little out of sorts sometimes, I go for a walk. I walk through the park. I listen to Yoga Nidra on the computer. Because it's always just thoughts. People's thoughts are swirling around. They're sometimes not even ours. But we can feel them. And do yourself a favor, because the happier you are, the more you teach to your children and future generations. There's no reason to be fearful about the future, because we as society are creating it. And we don't have to worry about children or grandchildren, because we are creating it collectively. Because ultimately, the power of love, the power of faith, the power of the God being in us cannot be harmed or destroyed. So the few people who are not awake, let me put it that way, not awake, not aware to who they are, that out of their fear and their worry, might behave in destructive ways. But you don't have to be part of that. And it cannot affect you. You know, have you heard of, oh my God, there can be hurricanes all over the place, and if you're the one who has an unshakable belief that you are safe, the hurricane goes around you. Life is magic. And I'm so happy about it. I'm so passionate about it. And I love you to live it and celebrate it. I'm starting a new year today. Yesterday was my birthday. Thank you very much. It gets better every year. I get richer every year because I finally, every time I leap, I make a step in the direction, like being here. I've never done this life, right? I said, okay, how can I reach people? How can I reach people who want to know this? There are people who want to know this and are ready to incorporate it and ready to see why maybe they make a step back and 1 step forward and 12 steps back. Or maybe look at other people how it works for them and keep wondering and wondering. Oh, I'm practicing the law of attraction. Yeah, okay, but are you willing to let go of the boyfriend you really don't want? To get what you do want? To make room for it? To allow a really fabulous human being into your life? Or do you keep hanging on for scarcity and settling? And then we wonder why we get abused or walked all over if we're not true to ourselves. Okay, I'm gonna stop because it's been 40 minutes. I can't go on forever. We will do a fabulous workshop. We will learn, we will practice, we will put it in action. And come January, you're stepping into a new you. In a awake, aware, powerful, grateful, loving, prosperous you. I love you, bless you. I see you soon.